Welcome back everyone to the second map between Swole Patrol and MIBR in this final day of ESL Pro League Season 11 for the North American region. A whole lot of potential tiebreakers to look at depending on the outcome of not only this match but all the matches going on right now. I highly encourage you guys, I linked it in the chat just a moment ago, I highly encourage you guys to head over to the tweet I linked and check out all the potential outcomes to follow along exactly what could potentially happen here. There is still potential for Swole Patrol to make it through even if they lose here. MIBR did take the victory on Vertigo, and this is Inferno chosen by MIBR, so definitely potential for 2-0 here. Swole Patrol in a bit of a pickle at this point, but as I said, even if they lose this one, there is still potential of Swole Patrol making it through. Either way, for the pistol, we are going to see MIBR on the T side, Swole Patrol on CT. Swole Patrol decided to go for a bit of a stack over towards the A bomb site. 4 players initially over towards A. Just 1 player towards the B bomb site, and that's going to be Freakazoid with a bit of utility. Posted up with the nade. Oh, double nade damage onto Freakazoid. Deals quite a bit. Goes down to just 14, and now MIBR are going to be setting up for the execute in towards the bomb side. Will be able to make it through as well. Should be able to get the bomb down in just a moment. But on the flank already 2-3 players actually moving up from Banana. 2 players from CT, and they are going to be trying for the retake here. Do have a kit in play on Celsius. Smoke as well, flashbang coming through, but a nice dink onto Cooper and Freakazoid. Beautiful stuff here. Food finds the first. Taco, get a quick trade. Mayon pushing in for almost a kill, but not quite. KNG finds it eventually. KNG with a triple. Taco with the double, and MIBR picks up the pistol. Once again, I see some of you guys still asking how the breakdown or what the potential outcome is of these games. I just posted the tweet once again. Someone, one of you guys on the previous map was kind enough when I asked, or when I said I didn't exactly know the potential outcomes of this one. One of you guys were nice enough to tweet it at me. And you can check that out and see exactly how it breaks down, what all the potentials are. With MIBR picking up the pistol, gives them pretty good opportunity finding this round as well. And this time around, Swole Patrol doing something a bit different than what they did on the first map. Remember, on the first map on their CT side, they did decide to go for a full eco in the second round after losing the pistol, and then going for the early buy, which resulted in them not having a whole lot of utilities to work with. This time around, I think they've learned from their mistake, I suppose. If they do decide to go for the force buy here, that means the next one is going to be the eco. That actually gives a real good opportunity for MIBR to get the quick 3-0 start for this one. Good though. Okay, nice little double on the SMG. Not only gives them a decent opportunity of finding some success in this round, it also gives them a good amount of money to work with, but that's all they get out of it. Do manage to deal a lot of damage. Fallen and KNG surviving on very low HP as well. That could have honestly gone either way. But yeah, as you can see, it will be MIBR picking up the second, and now, as I pointed out, Swole Patrol are going to be on pretty much a full eco for this one. We could see a couple of upgraded pistols. Do go for a couple of upgraded pistols, as I said, and 3 HEs. That does have potential of dealing a good amount of damage. They're going to be setting up down towards Banana for those HEs, and again, dealing a good amount of damage early on. That is something that we're going to see a whole lot of here on Inferno. That is very, very typical. Swole Patrol deciding to set up for pretty much a full stack over towards the B bomb site fairly late into the round here. Just a minute left on the clock. Still plenty of time here for MIBR. KNG good trade onto Celsius. Mayan, beautiful double on the P250. There's still more players close by. Food finds one of his own on KNG. But it's now going to be all on Cooper. Down towards CT. Mayan is going to be pushing forward here with that P250. And he catches a triple kill for the round, securing the third on the board here for MIBR. But the silver lining for Swole Patrol is, at the very least, they've managed to deal some economic damage. So they've managed to keep the economy somewhat in check for MIBR, making sure that the economy doesn't run completely out of hand here. You see, there is still plenty of money for MIBR on some of their players. 3 of them got, as I said, plenty. But 2 of the players, KNG and Fur, a bit limited in terms of their economy. Whoa, okay. I didn't see that second HE, the first and the second dealing so much damage. Cooper getting taken down without seeing anyone at all. Freakazoid taking a bunch of damage as well. Beautiful double nade stack here from MIBR, and they don't take any damage themselves. That's exactly the start they were hoping for. As I mentioned, this is something that we see quite often on Inferno. We see a lot of utility damage over at the banana area, and sometimes even towards middle and even late into the game. When they're going for those executes, we do see a lot of utility usage on this map. Nowadays, fairly puck-heavy map. Still with a lot of potential of setting up for those executes. The reason why I call it a little bit puck heavy is due to the fact that most people know how to set up those or that utility nowadays. Good stuff here from Food. Finding one, gets a double. Freakazoid helping him out to find the third. Freakazoid finding that frag. Food eventually does get taken down by Taco. Food killed by Food. Yeah, I know. Cringe. I know. I got you. Celsius over at Moto. Freakazoid peeking up from short. Freakazoid taking care of KNG. Not entirely sure what KNG's idea was there. Freakazoid takes him down. Celsius with the final frag for the round as he connects onto Taco. That's gonna do the trick. Swole Patrol do manage to pick up their first round, making it 3-1. As I said, still fairly good economy on some of the players, most of the players in fact here for MIBR. Buying up is not going to be that big of an issue. We do see Mayan actually dropping a weapon and buying one for himself, which allows him to get a full buy for this round. If KNG is going to be lacking a bit of utility, but other than him, they should have more or less full utility on all the players. They don't have that many flashbangs, only 3 of those, but do have all the smokes. Good amount of mollies, a couple of HEs, 3 to be exact. One of them already used. Marky trying to guess the timing, and he almost gets it right. Deals a bit of damage on Fur, not a whole lot. At the very least, a bit. Good frag onto Cooper. Celsius answers back with one on KNG. Mayan again, quick trade coming through. Finds the double. Food once again will answer back. And Food, he's already been a sort of a cornerstone here for Swole Patrol. He's got a decent amount of kills in most of the rounds actually. This time around he only catches one as he's quickly traded out. And now MIBR are going to be pushing in towards the A-bomb side. And as you can see on the minimap, Freakazoid and Marky, they realize it's pretty much impossible for them to retake towards the A bomb site. They will much rather try and pick up the AWP and the SG and see if they can hold on to those for the next. Giving MIBR a brilliant opportunity to make it 4 on the board, and they will be able to do that. But it's going to be the 4-1. Pretty good start here for MIBR. And as I mentioned before, going into this game, before starting on map 1, there's real good potential here for MIBR to take a 2-0 if they take that victory on Vertigo, and they did. So with that victory on Vertigo, as I said, Vertigo did go in the favor of MIBR, making it 1-0 in their favor. MIBR are the favorites on this one as well. It is their map choice. They've played it 12 times in the past 3 months with a 58% win rate. Swole Patrol, they've played it 9 times. They've won 3. That gives them a 33% win rate. Do want to point out that if it's needed, if Swole Patrol manage to pick up the victory here on Inferno, we do have a 3rd map lined up for them to play on, for us to find a winner. That is going to be Train if that happens. But once again, should be pretty good potential here for MIBR to take the 2-0 victory. We're going to see how that pans out though. Catching the first frag as they're trying to make a move over towards the B bomb site. Freakazoid and Marky do manage to answer back. Freakazoid with a nice little double here, but Mayan finally taking him down. It's now going to be Mayan and Taco up against 3. And again, it's not easy to retake either of the bomb sites here on Inferno, but being a man up, that does give them a better opportunity to do so. Cooper is still watching for the potential flank. No one is coming from that direction. We do have a player in towards the bomb site. One closer over at Banana, but still fairly close towards the bomb site as well. Beautiful from Marky. Marky gets a triple for the round, and he does have a defuse kit. Will be able to get the defuse. And Swole Patrol picking up mostly an eco victory, just holding on to a couple of weapons from the previous round, and then managed to get the job done. Swole Patrol making it 4-2. MIBR a bit pressured in terms of their economy. Don't have a whole lot of money to work with. They do decide to go for the force buying here, but KNG, Taco, Mayan all getting taken down here. Mayan did manage to catch one before he got traded out. Now the bomb will get planted in towards the A bomb side as Fur does find the frag. He's very low on HP. It's going to be up to Fallen and Fur to try and see if they can clutch this one out. It is a 2-on-3 situation. There's still potential here for MIBR, especially considering that the bomb has been planted. They don't have any utility to work with, and that could potentially be an issue. With that molly, it's going to force Fallen out of position at least somewhat. Freakazoid. Oh, he spots the player down towards small pits. Beautiful stuff from Fallen and Fur. Oh my god, Fur catching the final frag as well. He gets a triple in the round. And MIBR somehow, with this force buy, they managed to make it work. even though the first couple of frags did go in the favor of Swole Patrol. That was a 4-on-2 situation, still being won by MIBR somehow. Don't ask me how, but they did it. Oh my god. Again, I saw someone quickly in the chat just a moment ago saying or asking if I think there's any chance of Swole Patrol actually taking a victory on this one. And yes, I do. Something I mentioned very early on before we went into this game. I do see MIBR as the victors, but it's going to be incredibly close, and I do believe there's good potential of Swole Patrol getting a slight upset, if you want to call it that. MIBR, though, they are sitting pretty already with their 5th round on the board, and now a bit of an eco here for Swole Patrol, giving MIBR a good opportunity to make it 6. Already with a fairly solid start here on Inferno on the T side of it. Again, the map has been chosen by MIBR. It does make sense that they're fairly comfortable on it. And that is what the stats tell us as well. They are the favorites on this one, and they already won Swole Patrol's map choice. That makes this one a little bit difficult now for Swole Patrol. They need to find all the energy that they can possibly find. Oh my god, man. Pushed by so many players, he still managed to hold down mouse 1 and shut down the opposition in very strong fashion. Nice spray down coming through from Mayan. Gets the triple. Fallen clearing in towards the A-bomb side. He finds 1. That means it's now going to be all on Cooper. Damage here by Cooper. And as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, a lot of damage dealt to 3 of the players of MIBR. But we gotta keep in mind, it doesn't really matter how much damage you deal to their HP. Fur actually taking a lot of damage as well. This is ridiculous. 4 players sitting on red HP, and they still managed to survive, all of them. As I said, it doesn't really matter how much damage you deal to their HP. What actually matters is how much damage you deal to their economy, and the only way to do that is to make sure that they die in the round. To make sure that you take them out a few times. Didn't happen. I'll take a few of them out, I should say. That means that MIBR are going to be working on their economy now. They don't have a massive amount of money behind them yet. They're sitting in a pretty good position here, which means that even if they lose this round, they will be able to buy up for the next. And obviously, we can't really say the same for Swole Patrol. They are going to be investing heavy into this round. Full investment here for Swole Patrol. They're using all their money to do so. Time around, MIBR decided to go for something incredibly quickly, but look at this food. Such a good position, finds a brilliant triple kill. Cooper goes it up with the AWP, he finds a nice frag of his own. Mayan gets taken down. That means it's now gonna be all on KNG to try and see if he can get anything done. Brilliant round here from Swole Patrol, a very well-timed double peek from the archers. KNG gets taken down. Swole Patrol finally connecting their 3rd round on the board. As I said, there will be enough money here for MIBR to go for the investment. It's actually going to be a fairly decent investment for them. Pretty much a full buy here for MIBR. Decent amount of utility. They got the AWP on Fallen. Mayan is on a Galil, but obviously since they changed the spray pattern on the Galil and the FAMAS, they've both gotten a whole lot better and definitely more utilized since then. We did see back before that change actually occurred, we did see a lot of players opting to go for the SMG rather than the Galil or the FAMAS. FAMAS was still used more than the Galil though. Nowadays, people tend to favor the Galil or the FAMAS over the SMGs. Fallen, good double kill for him. Mayan catches one as well, and so mostly going in the favor of MIBR once again. Fallen is going to be pushing in, but where are his teammates? We need to see a rotation coming through here, and Taco finally listening to that. Maybe he heard me. I highly doubt it. Well, he didn't. Taco gonna throw the smoke down towards CT, re-smoke in that position. Oh, beautiful peek coming through from Taco. That means it's gonna be all on Marky. The timer is running low, and not only that, he's in a 1-on-3. What a shot from Fur. So calm and collected. Gotta get pushed upon from the player, and he just one-taps. He was so confident he was gonna hit that shot. I absolutely love that. MIBR picking up their 7th. And again, Swole Patrol in a bit of a pickle. Real quick, I want to remind you guys, you can watch all of the games going on currently using squad mode here on Twitch. If you click on the squad mode button, it'll take you to a screen or a website that shows you Liquid versus Evil Geniuses on one stream, 100 Thieves versus Fury on the other, and this one on the third. So you can watch all the games at once and still join in the chat if you feel like it. Whether you choose to do that or not, we do appreciate you guys tuning in and hope you're having a nice little Friday alongside with us. Beautiful stuff once again from MIBR, taking full control of this one. It is a bit of a min buy here for Swole Patrol, so it makes sense that this round is fairly clean here for MIBR. Good shot from Celsius. He is going to look to find a little bit more with that AK, but doesn't happen. Mayan eventually shuts him down. That's 8 now for MIBR. MIBR, very strong start here on the T side. And yeah, this is not boding well for Swole Patrol. Mayan taking a bit of damage early into the round. Not that much. MIBR going for a bit of a default setup this time around. You can see they've left the bomb down towards the T-spawn ramp area. It's just called T-ramp, I believe. And that does mean, or does indicate at the very least, that they're just trying to find a few open-ups, perhaps. Real quick, I just want to point out, shooting that glass actually doesn't mask your drop. They know that you drop down if you shoot that glass. It's a very common thing to do nowadays, which just makes it even more obvious when you eventually shoot it. Cooper, nice little double here. Fallen catches one. Fu trying to help Cooper will do exactly that. Fallen finds yet another. Cooper finally getting taken down. KNG is going to be inching his way forward. Going to make a move in towards apartments. In the meantime, Fallen, he's pushed over towards the library area. Going to be on food to try and see if he can deal with this one. He does that in strong fashion. Finds the frack on KNG. Fallen trying his absolute greatest to still make something happen. Fallen will actually be able to get the bomb down. That's pretty impressive. Fallen with a triple kill for the round, getting the bomb down as well. Not bad to get the bomb down in a 1-on-2 situation with that little HP when his opponents are fairly close to him. Yeah, it is going to be another round on the board here for Swole Patrol. And finally, I'll add, it's the 4th round on the board on the CT side again. Gotta be asking yourself, is it maybe a bit too little, maybe a bit too late? As I mentioned a little bit earlier, there's definitely still potential here for Swole Patrol to bring this one back, but I feel like they need to step it up a little bit. It is mostly Food just taking care of everything. Food has played pretty good CS thus far. The rest of them not really following suit here on Inferno. Cooper was absolutely brilliant on Vertigo, but he's definitely fallen off, at least to start off with here on the CT side. That being said, maybe he can find a little bit here. No, again. Cooper. Come on, mate. What is happening? Wake up, buddy. Cooper does survive, but Fallen. Good reaction to the shot here. Finds the one onto Food. Just go for the wallbang, Fallen. We know you can do it. You know you can do it. Marky. Frag on Mayan. Marky still looking for more, but will eventually get taken down. And Fallen, he takes the angle with the AWP, connects onto Cooper. Fur, in the meantime, taking care of Freakazoid. That means now it's going to be all on Celsius to try and see if he can get anything done. Anything at all. But it's not going to happen. Fur shuts him down, and MIBR almost letting Swole Patrol find one round. And then just shutting them down in the upcoming. MIBR. They're looking very strong on Inferno. Definitely a little bit stronger than they did on Vertigo. And it makes sense. Again, it is their map choice here, Inferno. Vertigo was the map choice of Swole Patrol, so it makes sense that Swole Patrol were fairly close to taking a victory on that one. They were in a pretty good spot the entire way through, but MIBR took action towards the later stages of that first map. MIBR now taking control to start off with here on the second on their own map choice. Again, it is an eco this time around for Swole Patrol, giving a good opportunity for MIBR to make it double digits. Half double digits on the T side of Inferno is no easy feat. Already 9 rounds on the T side is pretty good for MIBR. I want to give them props for that. But we gotta remember, Swole Patrol, this is fairly typical for NA teams, or at least most of the NA teams outside of Tier 1. They're typically a little bit stronger on their T side. I don't know why that is, but that is sort of the consensus that I feel. Sort of... It is a feeling. It's not stat-based. I haven't looked it up, is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is, whenever I watch people like Mythic and those guys, like, whenever I watch people outside of Tier 1 from NA, it seems like they're always just a little bit better on the T side. That does give a bit of hope here for Swole Patrol for the second half, but... honestly, they should get this round. If they lose this round, this could very easily go in the favor of MIBR. Very one-sided here on Inferno, and I would hate to see that. Love to see Swole Patrol making a bit more competitive for the second half. They do answer back here towards the end of the first. Cooper does eventually get taken down. Fur finds that frag, gets yet another. It's now going to be all on Marky. Oh, Fur even dealing with Marky. Fur, brilliant last round of the half for him. And it does once again go in the favor of MIBR. 11-4. Is this like is this where the Zoomers would use the word yikes? I don't know. I'm a boomer. I don't quite know how that works. Oof and yikes and all those things. Not really my strong suit, I suppose. We are going to be on a bit of a break here for the halftime. Again, in the meantime, I just want to remind you guys how European final day went, how Group C ended up in the European region. On this channel, for the European region, we saw Virtus Pro versus Tyloo. They both ended at the very bottom of the group. 6th place for Tyloo, 5th for Virtus Pro. On the main channel, they were showing Mousesports versus G2, if I'm not completely mistaken. I believe Mousesports took the victory on that one, if I'm not completely mistaken. Mousesports are at the very top of the bracket on 12 points in 1st place, so they'll skip the play-in, make it through to playoffs. FaZe Clan and OG gonna be in the play-ins alongside with Vitality, NIP, Fnatic, and Force to figure out who will make it through to the playoffs. For the North American region, we currently have Liquid versus Evil Geniuses on the main channel. Evil Geniuses took the first map in that series. Liquid, a pretty strong lead on the second and a 5-round lead on the second map. 100 Thieves and Furia battling it out over on the B channel. And they're about to head into their 3rd and final map for that series, with Furia taking the first, 100 Thieves taking the second. As I said, now they are going to be heading in towards the 3rd. For this one, it's looking pretty good for MIBR. They took the first map, not in a massively strong fashion. I believe it was 16-12. Let me just double check here. Yep, that's correct. And now they are sitting in a fairly comfortable spot to potentially find a victory on this one as well. If they manage to do so, they'll get that 2-0. Give them a better chance of making it through. Again, if you guys want to have a look at the potential outcomes of tonight's North American ESL Pro League Season 11 matches, I'll post that link in the chat once again and you can take a quick look at it. Shout out to those guys who actually made it. Shout out to the guy who posted it to me, but obviously we need to give credit to the guys who made it. They made me aware about that, so thumbs up. Freakazoid, good frag onto Taco. Still have another player down towards the pit position. That's Mayan. He finds the frag onto Celsius. Marky taking care of Mayan. KNG answering back. He gets a double fall in good positioning here. Food deciding to go for the aggression to try and bring it somewhat back in favor of Swole Patrol. But by doing so, he pushes the bomb forward. And that gives an opportunity to Fallen to shut him down and secure the bomb. And secure the pistol in the favor of MIBR. Picking up the pistol now. Yeah. I saw someone a little bit earlier during the halftime break saying that Swole Patrol need a miracle. That definitely rings true at this point. We have seen force buy victories in the past. Swole Patrol do decide to go for an eco and then they'll buy up fully for the next round. That does give them potential of bringing this one back still. I don't want to sort of take them out of the equation just yet. There's definitely still potential here for Swole Patrol, but it's not looking good and the potential is slim to none. Oh, Fallen! Oh my god! They line up for him. He fires, what was that, like, not even 10 bullets in his initial burst or spray. And he takes down 3 players like it was absolutely nothing. Beautiful stuff there from Fallen. Gets a quad kill for the round entirely. Obviously going to be farming up quite a bit of money for doing so. $13-4. Swole Patrol finally with enough money to buy up completely for this one. They got the SGs, 3 of those, 2 AK-47s. decent amount of utility. They are definitely missing a bit. They do have quite a bit of it. Decent nade toss down towards Banana. Taco. Going for a bit of a peek. Oh, that's the bomb again. No. Swole, what are you doing? Stop pushing forward with the bomb and having the rest of your team fall back. Luckily for Swole Patrol, the bomb is dropped inside of a smoke. That gives them an opportunity to pick it up. But with the smoke falling, means that Fur can peek out and take care of Marky. Bomb falls a little bit further forward. They will pick it up eventually. Look at the amount of damage dealt to Cooper and Celsius. They're so low on HP. 30 HP combined between the two of them. And it's a 3-on-4 situation favoring MIBR. Not only that, MIBR 3 rounds away from taking the victory in this one. Flashbang coming through. That allows for Fallen to go for the peak. Double flashbang here. Fallen goes for the peak. Finds the double. Celsius, even though he's mostly blinded still, manages to answer back. And even though he's low on HP, he finds the double. This is... tough doesn't cut it. This is more or less impossible here for Celsius. Mayan posted up. Good positioning. Well played on the peak here for Mayan. He spots the player pushing up back towards the bomb site. KNG will go for the peak with the AWP, and Celsius does get taken down. 14-4. Swole Patrol dropping... I was about to say dropping the bomb, but in reality... or dropping the ball, but in reality they dropped the bomb. It's not the first time we've seen them do this. It's a pretty big mistake. Especially when you're this far behind. It's sort of like a... or at least very well could be a game-ending mistake from them. So MIBR just 2 rounds away from shutting this one down. Swole Patrol, due to getting the bomb down, will have enough money to reinvest into this round. They do go for the full buy, or mostly a full buy here, with an SG, 2 AKs, a Galil, and an SMG. Bit of utility behind them as well. This time around, it does look like they want to try for something fairly quick over towards the A bomb site. Slowly shift walking forward. Trying to find the timing. We don't have a lot of utility, as I said, and they are going to be pushing in closer towards the bomb site here. Freakazoid finding the first. Cooper finding another. Man has taken so much damage as well, and eventually will get taken down. Does take one with him, but Fallen, look at him. He's low on HP. That's a very aggressive and very successful round here for Swole Patrol. And it was like at the... they had no other choice. Had they lost this round, the game would have been over. So, good on them to find a round on the board. But again, we gotta be asking ourselves, is it maybe a bit too little, a bit too late? And this time around, I think that it might be. Sure, they do manage to push it to 5 rounds on the board in their favor, but they don't really have any room for mistakes at this point. For them to win this one in regulation, even with securing this victory in this round, they still need 11 more rounds in a row to take this one in regulation. Overtime is a possibility, we gotta remember that. But even to do that, they need 10 rounds while only giving one away to MIBR. And I did say that typically when I watch these NA teams of this caliber, like Swole Patrol, they seem to favor their T side a little bit. I'm sort of trying to find a silver lining here. The fact of the matter, the reality is it's not looking good for Swole Patrol, and they need something absolutely special to happen. And with that happening for KNG, it's gonna make it even tougher for them. Beautiful nade toss as well down towards the middle of Banana. Freakazoid and Marky both taking a good chunk of damage from that. KNG finding the opening frag for the round, and MIBR still just 2 rounds away from shutting this one down. MIBR setting up for the retake smoke. Not entirely sure what that's all about. The molly he lined up the molly in the same position where he lined up the smoke, which means it's gonna land right on top of it. And that's exactly what happened. A bit of a missed molly there. Or incendiary, as it's called on the CT side. I think you know what I'm talking about. KNG and Man with the first couple of frags for the round, and it mostly is going in the favor of MIBR here. Say mostly because they have managed to deal a tiny amount of damage to KNG. It's not entirely going in the favor of MIBR, but pretty much. Gotta keep in mind, we still got the AWP on Cooper, we still got SGs on Freakazoid and Maki. Given the opportunity for that one-shot potential with all the weapons that they're currently wielding, that does definitely give them an opportunity to still get something done in this round. Not entirely sure why we're on the opposite bomb site. Freakazoid's gonna be pushing in, but he gets taken down. Taco and Man, they get the job done in fairly strong fashion. Cooper does manage to answer back with one onto Taco, but quickly traded out, and that's gonna make it 15-5. One more round in the favor of MIBR, and they'll shut this one down 2-0, as was the initial prediction. I did say that I was sort of hoping for Swole Patrol to take the victory on Vertigo, for us to see that potential third map. With them losing Vertigo, this was always the way that this was heading. Freakazoid does manage to catch a nice little double, takes a lot of damage in the process, but he's still very much alive. 10 HP and does have an AK again. Does give him potential to potentially find a little bit more. Taco posted up in the pit position, trying to find an angle here. The molly coming through. Does go for the deep though. Does find the fur. Takes a lot of damage. Finds the second fur, chiming in with one of his own. It's now going to be all on Freakazoid. Left alone. 1 on 3, and it's not going to happen. That will do it. 16-5, favoring MIBR, taking a massive victory here on their own map choice. Inferno going in their favor. Before that, it was Vertigo chosen by Swole Patrol. But a fairly decent victory on that one as well. 16-12 in favor of MIBR. Secures them the 2-0 victory.